since you're doing that, if you had any kind of art background or interest in art or anything.
I'm actually very interested in art, and I did already play Thomas Kinkade. We already finished the movie,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
and I am happy to say that I did draw and paint, and I am awful. Awful. I have so much respect for you, for people that can create with things, because I tried to draw a tree, and it could have been a blob. I called it a tree, but I have a great time doing it. I wish it was a talent. It seems like a great way to enjoy nature. I'd go jogging in Stanley Park up in Vancouver, and I'd see people sitting down sketching. Sandy and I were at a museum over the holidays, and people were sitting down sketching sculptures, and I was like, that's so much cooler than taking a picture. Like, here's my picture, here's my drawing. But I have no talent. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Where did I go? Hi.
Hi, I'm Carrie.
Hi there.
I wanted to ask you, the mystery spot where you were in the diner and you guys were doing that dialogue back and forth, how long did you guys take to do that?
It took a while. Not as long as you would think, but since he's not here, I'm going to completely blame it on Jensen. And I'm going into detail. There was a line, I can't remember exactly what the line is. It's Sam Winchester wears makeup. Sam Winchester cries. And every morning when he... Okay, it was something like the line where I say, or we say, and every morning when he wakes up, okay, enough. He would do it too early. He'd say, every morning when he wakes up, okay, enough. And I'd be like, you're supposed to say he. And then I wouldn't say he because I figured he wasn't going to say it, and then he'd say it. And I was like, well, what are we doing? You know, he'd like skip a line, but we had done it, we ride together to work every day. We get picked up and go to work, and so we have about 30, 45 minutes in the beginning of the day to go through our lines and to think of ideas and to run through cool moments or what we're going to do. And so we knew that day was going to be big because they wanted it to be, you know, very crisp. And so we just read, I had him read it a bunch of times because the idea is that Sam is mimicking Dean. And so I wanted to know how he would say it as Dean. So I just had him read it again. And I started kind of doing it silently as he was doing it. And then I was like, all right, let's try it. And so then we gave it a shot. But also right before that scene, we sat in his trailer and just were going da-da-da-da-da-da. And then we sort of put our heads down and went straight to set. We were like, don't talk to us. We're like, go. We're in the zone. So, and then we got to set and he ruined it all anyways. But, yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was, when I read that, I was like, that's going to be really fun to shoot. And the hardest part was not laughing because everybody else was laughing. And so, and it was sort of, you know what? I also remember, this is weird, but as you're doing it, you're so surprised and happy that it worked that you sort of forget that you have another line coming. So you're going, you don't know everything. Yes, I do. Really? Yeah. Sam Winchester wears makeup. And then you're like, we did it. Sam Winchester wears makeup. We did it again. And so you keep on getting excited that you're doing it, that you sort of think about how cool it was that you just talked at the same time. You're like, yeah, we kick ass. But we ended up getting it on camera, so I guess it worked. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Kevin from the UK. We're way behind in the airings. I think we had the Christmas episode about 2-3 weeks ago.
Okay.
That was quite light-hearted in terms of, well, mutilations and evil Santas, but maybe there's quite a dark undertone. Do you enjoy doing the light-hearted stuff? More like when you had the lucky charm, where you had the unlucky charm, where you lost your shoe down the drain, that sort of stuff. Do you enjoy that moment? Does that break up the whole dark tone of the whole series a little bit?
You know what? I enjoy it. I've never, and I'm totally not fishing here, I've never thought I was funny. I've never been like, yeah, I can get up there and like act funny, you know? I've always really liked drama. And so it's been a fun opportunity. That's why they don't give me a lot of funny stuff. They're like, he's not funny, don't give him funny stuff. But anyways, also Sam's such a serious character, or has been, and it's such a dark show that it's hard to really work in comedy seamlessly. And we've had a few funny episodes, like we had one, that is a funny one, where the bad rabbit's foot, and you know, the Hellhounds episode, and the Tall Tales episode. But I have a lot of fun doing it. I think it's pleasant to break up the to break up the dark. I mean, someone famous said, if you make them laugh, you can make them cry. You know, and it's just the idea that you need the yin and the yang. It can't just be, you know, here we are, only going to be dark and scared, and I'm going to be scared for an hour. Like, I think the writers want to laugh and be scared and cry. The audience wants to laugh and be scared and, you know, scream and throw things at the, you know, so you want to have everything. And I think adding humor actually helps accentuate the dark side of the show. Good question. Thanks, man. And thanks for coming from the UK. I don't know if you've been here for a while, but... Nice. Nice.
My name is Max, and you're cool. Why? Or you want to save it?
You're really cool. That's a really good question. But there are cooler people than me that will really do bad things to me if I give away the ending. I just read, obviously Sam's going to do everything in his power to save Dean, and he's going to call on other people that might have powers that Sam does not to help. But we're going up against a big bad demon, so we don't know how it's going to work out just yet. Thanks for the question, man.
Hi, I'm Jessica.
Hi.
Some of the episodes really scare us, like jumping out and everything. Do any of the episodes ever scared you?
Yes. A lot of times when I'm really heavy in the show, it's hard to be scared because you remember shooting and everything, and you're like, oh yeah, here comes the scare. But the one that I can remember most recently that really scared me was The Kids Are All Right, with the little suckling kids. And the whole reflection thing, that always scares me, where the camera's coming around and you're like, there's going to be somebody behind him, you know? And you're just going, ooh, I can't wait. But then it breaks back and then they're behind him on the other side. You're like, I wasn't ready for that. I wanted him to be over there with the camera. But that really scared me. And their faces, and yeah, when you see them through the mirror and the glass, that was kind of spooky. So yeah, they do scare me. Most of the times when I watch the show, I'm like being self-critical or like, oh, I wish I would have done that, or I wish I would have done this. But that show was really like a Dean episode, you know what I mean? It was all about his backstory with the kid. I think I had 2 days off, which is, you know, more than I've ever had. So I got to watch the show as an audience member, and I remember it scared me. Thanks.
Hi, Jared. I'm Laura.
Hi, Laura.